Ever since television became more accessible, it has changed the view of politics. With television, presidential candidates can get their message across to voters easier, and their message would be able to reach a wider audience than before. Since its televised start in 1952 with the Eisenhower-Stevenson race, campaign advertisements have been an important part of the political race. They offered glimpses into what the candidate is like and what they would do for the country if they were elected. Like stated before, these political commercials can help a candidate promote themselves to get their message across to a wider audience, but they do have drawbacks. One such drawback is the negative campaign ads. In Cade and Johnson's article, they describe negative ads as ads that focus on the criticisms of the opponent. The ad I'm about to show you is an example of a negative ad.
Speaking to wealthy donors, Hillary Clinton called tens of millions of Americans deplorable.
You could put half of Trump's supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it.
People like you, and you. Deplorable. You know what's deplorable? Hillary Clinton viciously demonizing hard-working people like you.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
This ad was used by Donald Trump when he was running for president in 2016, where he and his team are criticizing Trump's opponent, Hillary Clinton, for calling his supporters deplorable. These kinds of ads mainly are used to make other candidates seem bad, while the sponsored candidate can boost their own image. This has left an impact on society today, as it's common to see negative ads on TV when elections come around. Cade and Johnson state that the reason negative ads are used so much is because they work. The authors also state that one reason why negative ads seem to work is that they can be based more on emotion than with logic. An ad can be made to rouse a certain emotion in voters that will influence their vote. In Trump's ad, you can see that he is trying to stir up emotions such as anger to try and influence more support onto his side rather than Clinton's side. Another issue television has on politics is the influence television has on voters. Television focuses more on each candidate's personality, strategies, and political power than with their stance on different issues. This leads to voters making their decision based on the candidate's image rather than their opinion on important topics. Voting based on a candidate's image sparks problems because it can lead candidates to being misrepresented, which can influence voters by television showing candidates acting in a certain way. While being misrepresented is usually associated as negative, it can be positive and work in a politician's favor. To explain, a politician can put on a mask and show potential voters what they want to see and hear, which could be the complete opposite from the candidate's true intention. Candidates can also make fake promises or appeal to their voters' emotional side, thus trying to manipulate them into voting in their favor. This issue is still present in our society today, as all political elections and campaigns are televised, bringing the opportunity of misrepresentation. Television has left a big impact on politics that extends to our modern society. With the two important issues outlined in this video, it is clear that if manipulated well, television can influence the outcome of political campaigns and elections.